demonstration of installing the IBM Cloud App Management Server. Let's start by opening an IBM Cloud Private dashboard. So open up Firefox. Note this is IBM Cloud Private version 2.1.03. Select Menu, Dashboard. Note that our nodes are 100% healthy, as are our deployments. Scroll down and observe we have adequate CPU and memory for an installation of IBM Cloud App Management. Next, let's look at our nodes. Select Menu, Platform, Nodes. Observe we have a master node, a proxy node, a management node, and 7 workers. Now let's look at the configuration of our IBM Cloud Private 2.1.03 environment. Open a terminal window and basically taken all the defaults except for in one area, and I want to highlight it to you. So let's go into Opt IBM Cloud Private 2.1.03, change into the cluster subdirectory, and let's look at the config.yaml file. You'll observe in here I've taken all the defaults with the exception of in one stanza, and that's in the management services area. On the disabled management service settings, I want you to note that I've disabled Istio, Vulnerability Advisor, Custom Metrics Adapter, Monitoring, and Logging. So let's close this terminal and open up a new terminal, and let's go extract the Helm chart from the PPA file. So let's go to Downloads, ICAM. List the contents of the folder. There you can see our Passport Advantage file, or PPA file. And let's extract it with the command that's in the documentation, and that would be tar xvf followed by the file name App Management Server 2018 2.0.tar.gz. Then you add on this wildcards, charts, IBM Cloud App Management prod, *.tgz, strip components 1. When you do that, this extraction is going to just pull out the Helm chart from that tar file. So this takes a few minutes. I'll pause the recording. Next step is to extract the Helm chart. Use again the command from the documentation, tar zxvf, followed by the file name of the Helm chart, IBM Cloud App Management prod, and you can use the wildcard asterisk there, and add on warning equals no timestamp. This extraction will complete very quickly. From there, change into the directory IBM Cloud App Management, prod, additional files. List the contents of this directory. You can see we have an install.sh command in there, and let's run it. Accept the license agreement by typing in 1. You can accept the defaults for the IBM Cloud Private Cluster name, IBM Cloud Private Cluster CA domain name, IBM Cloud Private BX user account, accept the default to install Cube Control command, accept the default to install Helm, accept the default to install and configure BX, accept the default IBM Cloud Private BX username, Provide the password. Accept the default release name of IBM Cloud App Management. Provide the location of the PPA file, App Management Server 2018 2.0.tar.gz. That's in Downloads ICAM, where we were earlier. Also provide the extracted Helm chart file. That's in Downloads ICAM. And again, the file is named IBM Cloud App Management Prod 1.0.1.tgz. Now, if you're using an external address or IP, such as a load balancer, please ensure that the externally reachable values are used here, not the internal IP addresses. Enter the appropriate IP addresses or accept the default for the following questions. Do you want to change the IBM Cloud Private Master address, the IBM Cloud Private Proxy IP, the IBM Cloud Private Proxy address, configuring an SMTP email server or a SendGrid API key? Enter your company email address that you use to send email. Next, the install script will gather your worker node list. Then you're prompted to select the environment size. Since this is a small demo environment, we're going to accept the default size 0. We now go through a series of prompts where we're asked which worker nodes should which persistent volume be created on. These responses also determine where the stateful pods that correspond to the persistent volumes will run. Care should be given that the stateful pods are deployed to workers that have sufficient resources to accept the persistent volumes and the stateful pods. Otherwise, they will not be able to start. Enter the appropriate IP addresses for your IBM Cloud private workers for Cassandra, Kafka, Zookeeper, MongoDB, CouchDB, and Data Layer. Next, you get prompted for the storage directory for each of these persistent volumes. You can accept the defaults. Accept the default to create the persistent volumes. The persistent volumes are created. Next, you get prompted to acknowledge that these required directories and storage have been created. So I created a script to create these folders. Let's go look at it. Open a new terminal window and change directory into user local bin. And let's look at the script make my folders. You can see it's SSH into the various worker nodes and running a makedir on each of those worker nodes, as we said we would earlier when prompted for persistent volumes on which worker node. Let's validate that we had a good creation of the folders on the final target, which is 9.42.80.144. We can see there's CouchDB and Data Layer. So let's close this terminal and return to our script. Let's confirm that the required directories and storage have been created. Put in 1. And let's proceed with the extraction of the IBM Cloud App Management Passport Advantage archive file. Get prompted for the BX username. We can accept the default. Let's provide the credentials. Now the archive gets expanded. When the archive expansion finishes, we start the import of the Docker images. You can see the first image that's extracted is called Zookeeper, Each image will go through a loading, tagging, and pushing cycle. I'll speed up the recording while this takes place. So the loading, tagging, pushing takes about 30 minutes. After that, notice that the Helm charts get uploaded. So there's our IBM Cloud App Management Prod 1.0.1.tgz file getting uploaded. And then the charts are synced with your repository. Agree to proceed with the IBM Cloud App Management Helm installation by typing 1. Accept the default service instance name of IBM Cloud App Management. At this point, the deploying of the pods commences. I'm going to zoom out and show you the output here of the install script. Every 60 seconds, the pod's status is displayed. I'm going to speed up the recording and we'll watch the number of unready pods and ready pods. Unready pods will go down and the ready pods will go up. You see the first count is 36 unready pods and 0 ready pods. So over a period of about 10 minutes, you'll observe the unready pods number decrease and the ready pod increase until all the pods are ready. At that point, the service instance is created. Again, it's called IBM Cloud App Management, and the URL for the dashboard access is displayed as the final step in the script. Let's copy that URL into our clipboard. Let's go open up our browser. Click on Applications, Firefox Web Browser, and click on Workloads, Helm Releases. Scroll down and there's IBM Cloud App Management. That's our IBM Cloud App Management Helm release. Notice the version is 1.0.1. Let's open up a new tab and paste in our URL that's in our clipboard. Click Advanced, click Add Exception, and confirm security exception. Log back in with your IBM Cloud private credentials. There you can see the welcome page to Welcome to IBM Cloud App Management. You can also get to this same URL by returning to IBM Cloud Private, clicking Brokered Services, and beside IBM Cloud App Management, click Launch. Takes you to the same URL. Third way to get to the URL is to open up a command line and run the command kubecontrol describe service instance IBM Cloud App Management. Make it bigger. You can see the dashboard URL is also indicated as an output to this command. Let's copy that dashboard URL into our clipboard and then return to Firefox. Open up a new tab and paste the URL we just copied in, and you can see there's another way to get into your IBM Cloud App Management welcome screen. So that concludes this demonstration of installing the IBM Cloud App Management Server and validating that the installation was successful.